Good evening everybody and welcome to the stream. Apologies for the slight delayed start, having a few technical issues as you can probably see at the bottom of the screen. I'll just try and sort that out now. So I hope everyone is well, hope you've all had a great week. Well, let me just fix this problem I've got here. Alright, hopefully that's fixed that problem. Alright, should get me back into the game. Yep, so good evening everyone, and hey to you Stevie, how are you?
Hello everyone, yeah, I'm good, I can't complain.
Good. Yeah, so I was unsure whether I was actually going to stream. I kind of had a bad day. I don't know whether I was going to be feeling up to it, so it's kind of left it a bit late to get everything set up ready for get going. But we are here now, so just like to say a big thank you to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream. If you are considering a dedicated server for Farm Simulator 22, then consider DRndalo. There is a link in the description down below. It is an affiliate link, so any servers you take out, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, which just helps support the channel a little bit. So yeah, thank you to DRndalo for that. So who we got in? We got Maria, Silvino saying hey to you. Storm Cold back again. Yeah, playing now it's pretty good. He's going pretty good. Yes, the update of FS22. To be honest, this is the first time I've actually been on since the update 1.3 was released. Firehead saying hey Sim and hey Stevie, hey to you. So yeah, the last time it was actually quite a productive stream last time. If you didn't see it, we bought the class tree on 720, new header as well, so we upgraded our combine with that. We also bought a new baler. So we upgraded our baler. We sold the baler in one of the previous streams. So we've got the Impress 185, so this does 180 centimeter bales. Also wraps 125, 150 silage bales as well. So that was a nice upgrade. And we also got the Anderson bale collector, which will massively speed up collecting our bales. So yeah, the plan for today, I think Steve is over the forest now cutting some trees down, so we'll head over there. As what we're going to do is probably speed up time a little bit so we can skip to the next month as well. We were going to have a look cutting our grass field, probably this area of grass as well. Actually that looks ready to harvest anyway. So yeah, we're going to cut that for silage, so we do need to get the new mowers because we don't currently have any mowers. So we'll start off selling a few logs, a bit of forestry to get some money in the bank so we can get the new mower set up, then we can do that. And then what the other plan will be, then we'll probably skip through to the next month where we should have our canola to harvest. So we're doing a bit of harvesting as well. VE Farming saying, Seam, I love your No Man's Land series and it inspired me to make my own No Man's Land $0 start series. Nice. So it's always fun if you've got the time to do one starting from completely scratch. I enjoy it anyway. Probably more than I enjoy starting off with equipment. I'll take the weight. I don't know if we'll need it on the back of this tractor, but may as well take it over with us. Just trying to think, did we leave our trailers down at the store?
No, your trailers are here.
Oh, they're over there. Oh, nice one. Can't remember if I'd left them down the store when I got the combine last time. Oh, that's a bit laggy. Yeah, I've deleted my shader cache as well since the update, because when I did briefly come on, yeah, it was just after the update. I was getting like some really bad screen tearing and lag, so I deleted the shader cache, but this is the first time I've been back on since then, so it may have a few stutters until that settles down and rebuilds itself. Series So 6 saying hi Sim, hey to you. Stormcall saying my class pack won't update. Yeah, I had to disable it from the server. When I go to update on the thing, it takes me to the website and it says I need to buy it. So just so I could get on the server, I thought trying to mess around trying to update it, I'll just delete it from the server. So I've disabled the class pack. I think I can't remember how you have to download it, the update from Giant's website. You do need your product key code, I think, to access the update, just to like verify you've actually purchased it. I can't remember if it's how I did it in 19 or whether it's the same. Peter V saying hello, hey to you. VE Farm saying hi, hey to you. And Sebja, I just got that wrong. 007 saying hey there, hey to you. Rishab Play saying hey bro, what's up? Hey to you, I'm very well, thank you. Rishab, do you think that FS22 should improve the mod feature in consoles? The mod feature in which way? Helen Barrett saying hi Sim, hey to you. Storm saying yeah, mine does the same thing. Yeah, from 19 for the updates, you had to go to, I think it was support on the website and then downloads, and then you could get the update from there, but you had to enter your product key code back in to access it. I don't know if that's the same for 22. No, if you're on Steam it should automatically update, which is one of the problems I had on 19 with Steam. I had two versions of Farm Sim on Steam with the DLC purchased through Steam, and there was a long period where I couldn't access multiplayer with certain mods like the class DLC, because one PC would say it requires updating, then the other one didn't, and I could not get it to update, so I had to just not use some of the DLCs. The only thing I can think doing on Steam is go to on your library page, go to DLC and then disable the class DLC, try loading your game, then quit out, then re-enable the DLC and see if that just kind of like re-downloads it with the updated version. Try that. Let's get the help menu so I can see how long we're cutting the logs. Nathan Agri saying hi, hey to you. I am not too bad. I say not had the best of days today. Having one of my my days where I just feel like everything I do is completely pointless and a waste of time. was a bit the same yesterday. You get severely feeling depressed for no particular reason. It just kind of sucks. I'll chuck these into the either one of these. Don't know which one needs it the most. I can find the trigger.
The sawmill is empty, I think.
Is it? Ah, okay. Sawmill it is then. I know where the trigger is for the sawmill. Jorgen saying hello Sim, hey to you. Alex Williamson saying hey, what's up? Hey to you. Maria saying congrats Stevie on the 7k subs.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Yeah, it only happened there this evening. I was looking all day. It was 6994 and 6999 for about 3 hours, and next day it just went to 7.
Oh, nice one. Congrats on that. There's more trailers all over there. Maria's saying, since I don't play online FS22 and I can't update, I'm still on the earliest versions of the game. Oh, so you're missing out on a few new features then. Oh, one thing that was on the changelog, which I actually wanted to have a look at and I haven't yet, was the this page. So it now shows what the highest price actually was now, and I still think that's rubbish. So the highest price last year was February 718. No, December 718 for wheat, and the lowest was 491, which would be down here, July. So current price is 555. So it gives you a kind of indication of a better indication now of what the current price is compared to what the highest was. But I still think it's a rubbish chart. Cool Creep 65 saying hi. Craden Game saying he has had a very productive week, no score because of the snow and the sick. So plenty of snow days for you then. My game's just gone a bit laggy then. I'll get this tree out of the way and I'll carry on cutting a few more down. Reshab saying, adding more mods like PC. That's not down to Giants, that's a restriction from Sony more than anything. Sony are more restrictive on mods on console than Microsoft are. But obviously Microsoft still have their restrictions as well on what mods can be on console. But certain mods, I think, like Seasons, the only way Seasons was ever released on console in the initial stages was because Giants updated the actual game to allow integrate the files for Season, like the scripting for Season, into the base game on console. And they could possibly do that with more mods, but I don't think they ever will. But yeah, it's not wholly down to Giants. If it was down to Giants, I think they would release all mods the same on PC and console, but that's not down to them. I think in general, some aspects and features that are in mods need just integrating into the base game in general, rather than being mods now. I think like a GPS, even if it's only a basic GPS, should be in the base game now. Storm saying he's tried that, but it didn't work. Yeah, I had that issue with a few mods on 19 where it just would not update on Steam, and even with automatic high priority updates on, it just it drove me mad. It's one of the reasons eventually I got it working on Ravensburg when I first bought the class tractor. I had to use a modded class tractor, not the one from the DLC, and the reason for that was just because of the one PC I couldn't get the class DLC to update on Steam. So when I tried to go online on its server, it just kept saying I didn't have the that installed because I had a different version on the one PC for something. A little bit annoying and frustrating. Farmer Andra saying hi, hey to you. Craden saying he had a productive week. I read that one. Sorry, chat's a bit slow, not many people in. But I didn't announce the stream with enough time in advance. Craden saying I really need to follow me on No Man's Land so I can get 2 direct draws and the one where can follow me. Yeah, follow me is a mod. It's probably the only mod I'm really missing at the moment is follow me, to be honest. Just to have that ability to have a worker follow you with the baler while you're mowing or windrowing and stuff like that is very handy. I know course plays out there, you can get like a worker to do baling on course play, although I haven't actually tried course play yet. I may wait for it to get a bit further in development before I try course play. One mod I do really want to try on FS22 though is auto drive and getting that fully set up on my No Man's Land map. It's something I never got round to actually trying on 19. But it would be nice to get that. I get all the auto drive routes set up to my map, so all the roads, so that I can get more workers to deliver crops and stuff to the sell points. So eventually I'll give that a try. And then I can release the like setup for that for anybody that downloads the save game, so they can use the same auto drive network. Susan saying hi, hey to you. Christian saying sorry, I mean AI of course. Hi Tim, do you think that FS22 is better than 19 when it comes to hitboxes, worker AI and bugs in forestry? To me, I don't think the workers seem any better. But I don't really think I've used workers a whole lot to really know for sure if they are improved. For the forestry, I don't think it seems any different. Loading the logs for me seems the same. Is occasionally where you get one tree where the collision seems a little bit off, which was supposed to have been fixed in the update as well. It's supposed to improve the collisions on the trees. As for the glitching out of the trees, I don't know if that's been fixed. But it's not a problem I've had very often on here. But in general, the forestry for the spruce trees anyway, I don't feel that it's any different to 19 personally. It's one of those things I'd probably have to go back to 19 and then try it on 19 to see if there is any difference, because I've played this now for what, probably 600 hours in total, so you get used to the changes if they are slightly small. It's difficult to remember what it was actually like on 19 to compare it. Alex saying he's tried auto drive, most confusing in FS19. I tried it when it initially came out, And yeah, it was a bit like I had no idea what the hell this is or how it works, and I never took the time to learn how to use it. But I've seen a few people using it in FS22, and it does look like it's worth taking the time to set it all up, especially for a map like this where you've got no like fixed roads on here. So for getting automated workers to get around the map, it's a little bit difficult, so auto drive would be very handy. Obviously there's course play as well, where you can set up all the courses to do those things, but I always found course play was very hit and miss. 1 minute it'd work perfectly, and then all of a sudden it just wouldn't do whatever you want it to do. I think for me, course play was one of the best mods in FS when it worked, but it was also possibly one of the most frustrating mods as well to use at times. Luke's saying, can't remember exactly how it works, but basically Sony and Microsoft don't allow mods that affect the base code game. Yeah, so third-party scripts, because the scripting, you can get the game to do. Basically, it's the coding that tells the system what to do with the code, and I think it's that kind of restriction on the possibility of certain things breaking consoles. If it's the wrong thing kind of gets released on. So even though Giants run it through their testing and that, there could still be something they miss in the testing that then ends up on a console that shouldn't be there. So I think it's more than just Sony and Microsoft protecting their own platform. Kránitz saying he doesn't like course play because it's confusing. Course play is fairly simple to set up, I say, when it works right. I didn't use it a whole lot for a lot of the features it could do, just because simply I just didn't have the time to set them up. And then again, that was half the time. So many times I had to stop recording because it just stopped working. It's like workers crashing into each other. I think towards the end of No Man's Land I tried course play with the 3 combines running, and a lot of the time I was spending ages just preventing the combines from crashing into each other. Or you get one combine that just stop in front of the other one. It's like, what are you doing? Fent Friend saying hello everybody, hey to you. V Farming, the next No Man's Land should be up tomorrow. It was meant to be up yesterday, but I had a very frustrating day with my video editor, seemingly refusing to render my video. It kept freezing. I think it was 5 times I tried to render the video for yesterday. In the end I just give up with it. So I'm hoping that I can get that sorted tomorrow, and that will be up for tomorrow's video. I had no idea why it just kept freezing on 69% of the rendering. No particular reason, it wasn't showing up any error or anything, it just froze. So I restarted it again, second time it froze exactly the same spot. So I tried changing the video around just in case there was a certain section of that video it didn't like, and it just kept freezing again. So then I went through checking all updates for the video editor, Windows 11. Everything was up to date, so I just couldn't work it out. As I did, after you've got through 2 hours and I think it was like 2 hours 20 odd minutes of rendering, then it just frees up. So you can imagine that 5 times. It's like 10 hours worth of trying to render one video. Yeah. Veg farming, do you have any tips on how to make money fast on no man's land? Fast. To be honest, I'm finding FS22 is pretty slow going in general. Forestry is probably the fastest way to earn any money on here. If you don't like forestry, then I don't think there is a particularly fast way. Silage bales, just cutting the grass and doing loads of silage bales will earn you a decent amount of money. But then if you've got to wait for the silage bales to ferment, it's not fast money. But I would say forestry is probably the fastest way. Carlos, thank you very much for the subscription. Hope you enjoy the content. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm on start from scratch on this one, but we're on normal economy. Because we're only doing 1 stream a week on here, I thought hard economy is just too much of a grind. But the price of logs isn't changed by the economic difficulty. You get the exact same amount, whichever economic difficulty you set it to. Let's reset that. Yeah, I think if you've got a field, then do some like barley, harvest barley, then just get a load of chicken coops. Eggs seem to make a lot of money quite quick. We're definitely going to need to look at replanting some trees around here soon. Petry saying Lumberjack Mod on console will be very useful. Yeah, just being able to use it to get rid of the stumps would be so handy. It's a bit of a pain having to use the stump grinder. I'm not overly keen on the super strength on it though. I just don't think it's needed on PC. There's plenty of separate super strength mods you can use that work if you want super strength. So I'd rather have the Lumberjack mod not have the super strength option, because I find it a little bit frustrating at times. Because it prevents me from opening doors if I've accidentally left it enabled. Or you start picking up objects, because it's got an extended reach on how close you have to be able to lift something. They've increased it by like 4 meters or something stupid. So sometimes you'll walk up to a door and it'll, instead of opening the door, when you press the button on the controller, it'll pick up an object inside the shed, and then you can't open the door. Which I was like, I'd rather just that wasn't actually on there. If I wanted super strength, I'd just use like the Power Tools mod or something separate. Alright, how many? cut down one more and then we'll load those up and see how far we are full. We should only need to do one load each to be able to get the mower set up. And then we can get the grass cut. So the plan, what we're going to do is the silage bales, this cut we'll keep. Because the next lot of animals I want to get is the cows, which I do have a mod installed, which is it's got a very large capacity of cows. It's not too bad value wise either. So we've got the space to actually fit it in. So we'll be looking at getting that once we've got everything else we need. We will need to get a windrower so we can do some hay. And also a new tedder as well. Uh, 28. Well, I'll start loading these up and then we'll see how much space we've got left on the trailer. Butterminer saying this is the first time I've ever known how to get on time. Nice one. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the stream. Alex saying chaff silage is good money. Yeah, I think silage in general is good money, but if you've got the equipment to do it, but it does take a while to wait for it to ferment. The real mow mod would be nice, so you can get rid of these bushes when you mow the grass. That's another mod I would like to see get converted over from 19. MB Hybrid saying if you want to make money fast, take out a loan, put a bioheat wood sale point on lock 22. Yeah, to be honest, there's if you're on PC there is a mod. I don't know where it was. I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was a mod that was on 19 as well. It's been converted over. Basically the whole map becomes a sell point trigger. So you can just literally cut all the trees down and then you go to the trigger and it'll sell anything that's been cut up. It doesn't matter where it is on the map. It'll sell it. So you don't even have to transport the logs, you just cut them down where they are. Cut the trees down, cut them up into the length you want, then hit the sell button and it'll just sell the lot in one go. To be honest, that's the kind of thing for me. Mods like that, I think, what's the point in even bothering doing all the cutting of the trees down? You might as well just cheat in the money. Might as well just get the government subsidy signs, bang a few of those in, and then have that bit of extra money every hour, or every month it is now, isn't it? They changed it to monthly, didn't they, for this game? No! Sticky logs. That's one thing that they didn't fix from 19, is the logs when they get stuck in the grab sometimes. That was one thing I always found frustrating on Crater Lake when I first started using the log grab, was you just get that one log that would stick into the grab. Firehead, when's the next Calmsden Farm? Next Calmsden Farm should be out on Monday. It's an episode I recorded before the update for Calmsden Farm, so it's been a while since I've actually been on. But I do intend to get back to the other channel next week, so Monday, and I'm hoping Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Calmsden Farm next week. And then Transport Fever in between, so Tuesday and Thursday for that. This week I've been trying to get a lot of other things done. I managed to get quite a few things knocked off my list, but it did mean I had to do a reduction in videos. Unfortunately, I say with the issues I had yesterday with the video editor, it was one video less than I was intending to do. But yeah, hopefully I should be back to some sort of normality next week. That's the plan anyway. But as my weeks have been going, it's usually doesn't go to plan. Well, I think we'll probably get another couple of trees on there. Jose is saying, "Hey Sim, love the streams, keep it going mate, and all the best, thank you. Glad you enjoy it." Maria saying, "I'm back." Nice one, welcome back. Ed Burke, is meat cows worth doing? They do seem to take around about a year, so about 11-12 months to get to a decent sell on value. But the fact that you don't need to feed them total mixed ration. To be honest, I don't even think you really need to feed them anything other than grass, to be honest, because there is no production from them, and they don't have a weight, and I don't think the feed affects the value as much. I'm not 100% sure. The ones on my no man's land, I've only been feeding hay recently, and I don't think it's made any difference to total mixed ration for them. But they do take around about 11-12 months. What I'd suggest if you're doing beef cows is probably don't buy one lot. Maybe buy, like, depending on what trailer you're using, buy one load 1 month. And then if you've only got a small trailer but you've got the capacity in your pen, maybe buy another load the next month, so you're staggering then, so once you get to that first 12 months, every month then you'll have one load of cows to sell, and you should make around about 1,000 each cow. So if you've got 7 cows in each load, that means every month you'll be making 7,000 minus buying 7 new cows, which I think they're 300. So I reckon you probably make around about 5,000 every month from 7 cows. Obviously, if you've got a large trailer, you could do one lot each month from, or one lot every 3 months, like stagger them. But like with everything in FS22, it does seem to take time for it to actually start making any money, or make its money back from the initial outlay at least. MB Hybrid saying, rent the processor. After 3 hours you'll have paid off enough money to buy the processor that you're set. Yeah, if you're doing I'm doing a no leasing, no loan, so I can't lease any equipment. Because yeah, if you get like tree processor, the tree harvester, like rent it, you'll make so much money so fast. Kind of makes the whole starting with nothing a little bit pointless in my opinion. William Coate, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. I really appreciate your extra support. Yeah, so on No Man's Land on my time-lapse series and on here, we're doing a no leasing and no increasing of the loan as well. But it doesn't really take long to get to a point where that, at least the loan, taking out the loan doesn't really make much difference. But leasing would be super handy. To be honest, if we was doing leasing, I probably wouldn't bother buying a combine. I'd just do what I've been doing on the other series and just lease one when we need one. As long as you've got enough fields to make it worth leasing. I'll get the rest of this tree on, then we'll take that, because we've got almost enough to get the motor set up. I think we need... trying to work out how much it was. Around about 90,000 in total, I think, for the front and rear mowers. Just try and catch up with chat a little bit. See where I was. The trouble is now, because I've got my new monitor on portrait mode, it's like so much chat showing now, I just keep losing where I actually was up to. Marcin, how old are you? I am 38 years old. MB Hybrid saying the biggest mod I would like on console but will never happen is the all tool off button. Yeah, switching everything on and off at the same time. It's a would be a handy feature, but again, it's the button configs on a console controller are very limited. Williams upgraded his membership to Farm Manager. Well, welcome to the Farm Manager channel membership level, and yeah, thank you for your extra support on that. I think you're the shortest farmhand I've ever had. Samuel Gamer saying hello, hey to you. Craden saying top 4 mods I want is easy development mod. Follow me, map object hider, and real mo mod. Yeah, map object hider, especially on a map like Carmsden Farm, would be a super handy mod. Just so I could get rid of some of those horribly placed buildings that I'd rather change. Yeah, without having to go into Giants Editor. Well, I think we'll call it that. That should give us enough money anyway to get the mower set up. Make sure they're strapped down so we don't lose any. Right, I'll leave the front loader and the weight over here. So we may need to do a little bit more forestry later on. We'll see. Maria saying only takes 3 months. Yeah, 3 months is not a huge amount of time, but it's not instant money. It's not as if you can wrap the silage bales and then sell them straight away like you could on 19. Well, in the base game anyway. Thomas G saying hello, hey to you. Joshua saying saying load of random stuff. Luke saying sticky logs, and there's a poor joke somewhere. Yeah. Maria's saying, yeah, the feed only makes a difference in the only difference in effectivity. Yeah, I don't think, because they're not producing anything, so you're not producing milk from meat cows. I don't think the feed makes a difference, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Storm saying front and rear you need 88k. Yeah, we've got plenty then. Just check the used equipment. It's a nice loading wagon. We don't have a silage clamp though. The Heine saying good evening, Sim and Stevie. Good evening to you. Crookston House and Estate. Hello Sim, how are you? I am very well, thank you. Hope you are too. And thanks for stopping by the stream again. Edberg saying that makes them all right then. I presume you're on about the cows. Yeah. D Ninja saying hey to you. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you back. And Logan Williams saying hey Sim as well. Afuna Mark saying I failed to make the measurement mod work for me. You need left alt and right click on the mouse button to get it to activate. Initially set, and then you do left alt, and then right click the mouse button to reset it. Stormkill saying he's got to go, he'll be back later. No worries. I don't know what I've come here for. Need to actually sell the logs first. Would be helpful. Getting carried away, going straight to the store. Store, I should say, saw. Alright, get me rid of that.
Price of logs seems to have dropped.
I didn't have a full load. I probably fitted a few more on there, but how much did you get for yours?
I had 8 full trees loaded on mine, and I got 31,000 compared to what we normally get of 60 or 40 something.
Possibly in the update they've lowered it. Let's do a test and see. I'm intrigued now to see whether the price has dropped. Landscaping, planting. Oh, if you want to make fast money, you could always do what I'm about to do here. 2,200 for one tree. Cut it straight down into the sell point and sell it. This is just so I can test how much we get for one tree. See if the price of logs as timber has dropped in the update. I didn't see anything in there, but so I was expecting to get 30,000 or closer to 30,000 for my load. So I think we was getting around about 35,000 for a full lot of trailers.
Three full trailers we were getting between 40 and 46, I think.
Was it 40, 46?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I'm getting 60,000 for 4 trailers. So around about 15,000 a trailer, isn't it? Yeah, that seems quite... That actually does seem quite low. Alright, let's just quickly test this. I'll do 7 meters. Or thereabouts. William saying he finally remembered to become a member of the channel. Thank you for that. So I appreciate that. Afuna Mark saying thanks William for becoming a farm manager here. Yeah. And Franik Kokik, thank you again for as well for becoming a farm hand. Apologies I missed your thing when it popped up. Right. Now we want to do 28. So when I was doing this previously, when I tested it, I was getting $6,700 for a full spruce tree cut up in roughly 7 meter lengths. So if they have lowered the price of logs, then that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for me. Right, so yeah, 6,700 I would have got for that before. Oh wow. Wow, that's like less than half. I only got 3,400 for that lot, that one full tree, compared to 6,700 I was getting. Oh no, that means like you're gonna have to do double the amount of logging. Seriously? Well, I think the whole forestry thing's been completely nerfed. Well, I'm speechless. Right, I'll buy the mowers, Stevie, but because you did the baling last time, we'll swap over.
Yeah, you buy them, bring them back to our farm there, and I'll be ready to take them off.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Literally, that was less than 50% what I was getting previously for a full tree. That's crazy. I wish I hadn't have updated now. I want to revert back to 1.2. Wow. I'm really not looking forward to my next episode of recording No Man's Land, because I was relying heavily on forestry to get the next production buildings, and it kind of means now I'm going to have to do pretty much more than double the amount of forestry just to get the money I need.
Easy difficulty. Easy difficulty.
That's the thing, I don't think it affects. That could be, but this is on normal. I couldn't understand if they changed it for the economic difficulty. Let me just do one more tree. I'll switch to the economical difficulty and see if we get the same amount for the tree. So I think forestry general is slightly overpowered. How much you could make off it, but I don't like the fact that if they have changed it, because I don't remember seeing anything in the change log for adjusting the price of trees. They haven't added logs, have they, as a separate? The only, I say there's no, oh there is, I've actually added wood prices. So it's, sneaky people. So where are we now? We're down here, June. Well then there's only, last year there was only a difference between $100 between the highest and lowest price. So that's not going to make a huge amount of difference. Oh, that's interesting. They've actually got, I don't need to sell this then. If I change the difficulty, I have to sign in as admin because I'm not logged in. What do you mean wrong password? Okay, it was the wrong password. Right, economic difficulty. Where are we? Yeah, so economic difficulty does make a difference now with logs. So yeah, 3,000. That's more than double. Oh, what is it on hard then? This is going to kill me for my No Man's Land. No way! I can't believe they've done that. To be honest, I think it's something they should have done from the start of the game, to be fair. Only 1,000, that's... Oh, no way. Well, my No Man's Land time-lapse series has just become immensely more difficult to progress on. I see. You can see how much we got for that one fall tree, 95. So fall trees don't pay off. Wow. Might as well take me hang on, just let me get my trailers and I'll take these back. Wow, 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 wow. Werner Mark saying the feeding beef cows makes a huge difference. Hay makes them grow quick. Makes them grow quick. You can feed beef cows hay only and it makes as much profit. Yeah, I say in the game I don't think it only goes off the age of the animal, not like how big they are. Not like seasons in FS19 where they had weights, and obviously the better the feed was, the more weight they would gain, which would increase the value. Nathan Agri FS saying hi. William saying he may go and play on No Man's Land as well. Nice. Donut Boy saying hello. What are you doing? We're just about to mow our grass field for silage bales. And then once we've done that, we'll skip to July. We should then have our canola to harvest. So we'll look at doing that. A phone of Mark saying, oh boy, no, forestry is no fun, that's too low. Yeah, that does seem a little bit too low. It wouldn't be so bad if what we was previously getting for a tree was like they'd adjusted it slightly, but yeah, that's, I've probably gone from 60,000 per full trailer loads to probably about 10. We want the baler, trying to work out what we needed then. So that's say it again.
I'd say maybe move your log trailers because I'm going to mow the grass.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. We can cut that grass as well. Oops, crashed into the hay bales. Ooh, whoa. So I'm still. Again.
I said, have you been drinking today before you started farming?
No, I think that whole finding out the log prices have been completely nerfed has just threw me. I'm just shocked. I just think it's probably just killed all my fun on No Man's Land. I was thinking the other day, even on No Man's Land with the forestry, the progress has been fairly slow because I'm still finding it's fairly slow to make any decent amount of money without like just constantly doing the same thing over the again. So trying to do lots of different things is not making a huge amount of money. No, that's just completely like killed everything for me. Oh, normal difficulty back on, yes. Good call. No, that one. Have they changed the price for anything else? Does anybody know? Have they noticed? They haven't like nerfed eggs again. 2.5 for the highest. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not looking forward to my next episode of No Man's Land now. probably going to take me double the amount of time just to do that episode, to do what I wanted to do. Oh, Monday morning is going to be fun, put it that way. Just make sure this is set to 150, yep. William, what is the mod you're using for the trailer? For the log trailers, it's the Forestry HW80, I think it is. Yeah. This one, it's off the in-game mod hub under Forestry section. HW80 wood trailer, Forestry. So if you go under the Forestry category in the in-game mod hub, you should find it in there. Nathan saying 15 minutes for a video is too short. Personally, no. I think 15 minutes is a decent length for video. To be honest, most people don't have much time when they're watching YouTube to watch longer videos. Some of mine have crept up a little bit more than I would like. My aim was usually around 15-18 minute mark. But recently some of them have been like 20 minutes plus. I think one was 27 minutes, which for me is a little bit too long. I think a lot of people will probably lose interest before they've got anywhere near watching half of it. Kránitz, what was the last episode you recorded? Episode 39 was the last one I've recorded. So I'm just about to start recording episode 40 when I next go on, which will be Monday morning. William saying I am back. Nice, welcome back. I found a mark saying nicely when he fed the beef cows with hay, the price went up, and then fed them when the grass price dropped. So I haven't fully tested it myself, so I don't know for definite, but to me it didn't seem to make any difference. But yeah, it's something worth looking at. Maybe next time I'm in no man's land I'll give them some total mixed ration and see if it makes a difference, but
I'd say slow down the time as well, maybe times one till we get this done.
Yeah. Luke saying I hear baking dough is a great way to make money. It makes bread. Manny Lance saying hello, hey to you. Simon saying I like that it shows says how much the fluctuation is, and yeah, it needed that, because that graph before it there was no indication of what the actual price was to kind of judge it on the current price. So it's alright saying yeah, this was the highest point last year, but how much was that? That's what you needed to know, was what the highest price was in that month last year compared to what the current price is now, just to give you a bit more of a guide as to what the current price is, whether it's too low, or whether it's like not far off that you could reasonably sell now and you're not going to lose out too much. MB saying, yeah, thanks for the heads up on the wood change. Yeah, I'd have probably found out Monday morning when I sold that first load of logs, and I'd have been like, how much? I've been robbed. One thing I need to check, just quickly check the wood chips. Now, price for wood chips still seems rubbish. I don't know why the price for wood chips is so low in game. Wood chips are just complete waste of time. For how many wood chips you get, like the yield on the poplars is so low that the price should be at least doubled to make it even worth considering. MB Hybrid saying, I guess we won't be trading in his cotton picker for a John Deere with the changing wood prices. Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying a tree harvester anytime soon either on no man's land. Well, the only good thing is I've moved the biomass heating plant closer to the actually, I'll just check that, because one thing I didn't think there was. A sawmill showing for wood, but obviously we can't sell there because we own it. And carpentry as well. I was just thinking then there was four places listed. So it's not even if we can take it to the best place because we own the carpentry shop. Wood chips, poplars are wood chips when you harvest them, so they come up under wood chips. Yeah, to be honest, I think they've nerfed it a little bit too much for if you make it too difficult to progress, you'll put a lot of people off playing the game, because not everyone has hours and hours and hours every week to spend playing the game. So if you only get like a few hours a week to play, even on easy difficulty, if you're not making much progress, you'll lose interest pretty quick. And FS22 does seem like you have to put a lot more hours in to progress than you did on 19. So I'd definitely say that forest area on Calmsden Farm is definitely, it wasn't worth it before. It's definitely not worth it now. Probably make about 50 quid back from the trees that are in that little forest area. Tushar Warwick is saying mods are not shown in game. Which mods? Kránitz saying he has 200 hours on No Man's Land, on 62 hours on Calmsden, and 4 hours on Deer Creek. Which is Deer Creek? Is that like a modded version of Elm Creek? No one bothering reversing back for that tiny little bit of grass. On this server, Justin, we're on normal economic difficulty. On the No Man's Land time-lapse series, I was on hard economic difficulty. It depends. The trouble is, if you increase the difficulty, it increases everything. So it's not just the wood you're increasing. Unless you do that thing is when you're doing forestry, you increase it, the difficulty, but then you've got to remember to change it back when you're selling other stuff. Which then kind of gets a bit of a pain, then you've got to keep changing the difficulty. The other option is obviously just find a mod that a modded wood sell point and adjust the price multiplier on there. That's what I did with the wood chips on FS19. I used Alien Jim's placeable wood chip sell point, and I changed I think I did it by ×5 over the base game selling price, which to me gave a more reasonable price for wood chips. James, sorry I'm late. My graphics card RTX 3080 is having issues. I was trying to troubleshoot it. No worries. What problems have you been having since the update? I've not really noticed any changes on here. Still seems to be as smooth as it was before. So I don't know if optimization, whether they've I think they've reduced the slot count on consoles, because I think that was a bit too over ambitious with their the slot counts in the release version of the game. By the looks of it, was causing a lot of issues. I see as well a few people saying they've increased the slot counts on some of the in-game equipment as well. So you've got less slots and higher slot requirement on certain vehicles as well. Shanna has to saying, hey Sim, hey to you. Jürgen saying, do you have the intention to do some real farming? No. I would love to have a go at doing some, but I don't have any intention of doing any. I wouldn't be able to manage it. With my eyesight, I wouldn't get insurance for driving a tractor or anything like that. So any farming I would do would have to be manual labour. I wouldn't get the fun job of having the ability to drive a tractor or anything like that. Nathan Agri FS saying his video is going to be up tomorrow. Nice one. So hopefully I'll get an episode up tomorrow. All going well. I'll be up early tomorrow to try and get my video re-rendered. So yeah, hopefully I won't have the same problem I had last time. I may just try completely editing it again under a complete new save. Just rather than waste 2 hours to find out it won't actually go through again.
have problems like that, you just have to scrap your whole edit and re-edit the whole thing again.
Yeah.
And then it seems to work.
Yeah, I think that's what I might try, because I say 5 times I tried it yesterday and it just weren't having it. So I think it's best just complete fresh save, and unfortunately have to spend an extra hour re-editing it, but I'd rather do that than waste another 2 and a bit hours to find out it's not going to go through again. Alex Williams saying I'm 12 and could drive a tractor vehicle no problem. Yeah, if you're on private land, but technically if it's a company vehicle you should be insured to drive it, regardless if you're on private land or not. Because if you have an accident in it and you've got no insurance, then somebody's going to be in for a bit of trouble. MB Hybrid saying I potato farm in Canada, they need to add the Sputnik brand equipment. Yeah, there was quite a lot of rumours about that would be one of the DLCs for 19, along with a few other companies that never actually appeared. I did see somebody on 19 was working on a mod for it, but I don't know if it ever got released. Not that I ever saw anyway. Adrian LS19 saying hello from Germany, hey to you. Jonathan Pearson, where are you from, Sim? I am from Worcestershire in the United Kingdom. Well, I'm not from Worcestershire I should say. I live in Worcestershire, but I don't come from Worcestershire. Johannes Muller saying hey. Hey all, hey to you. Welcome back to the stream. Craydon saying he's been driving since he was 10. Yeah, I'd love to have a go in a tractor, but I wouldn't be able to like do it for a job. And I just started watching earlier Kelvin's Big Farm Adventure, if anybody's watched that on BBC. It was in Emmerdale. I don't know if it's still in Emmerdale or was in Emmerdale that bought a farm. It's a bit of a rip-off of Clarkson's Farm, to be honest, but on BBC. But yeah, I'll finish watching that. See what that's like. Jonathan Pearson saying he's from Ireland. I drive a new Fiat Agri tractors for a living. Nice. Shanna saying I've been driving that really old Matula since I was 8. Yeah, I can imagine if you grow up on a farm, get to drive the tractors when you're a kid. It's pretty cool. My tree count on, I don't know on here because this is a dedicated server and there's no stats. It doesn't show you the stats on a server. So there's no way of seeing what the tree count is on here. On my No Man's Land time-lapse series, I've only cut down around about 125 trees. And I've planted 820, I think it was, when we looked. So I haven't actually cut down a huge amount of trees. I think on my Wilhelmina Forest was the most I've ever done on a single save game. Yeah, I think the closest I'll ever come is if I ever get fortunate enough to buy a house with a big enough garden that I can get a compact tractor to cut the grass. One thing I would like to do is get a house that's got a little bit of land, probably like an acre or 2 acres of land, just so I can have like a woodland area and a wildflower meadow. Just have my own private place to walk the dogs around. Kránitz saying I don't like giants, didn't have the statistics on multiplayer. I think it's because you can have lots of different farms on there. It'd be difficult to track the stats for each individual farm. I find it annoying that when I'm hosting this, like when I'm doing my No Man's Land recordings, because I host the game, it still doesn't show the stats on that multiplayer. But it still tracks them, because if you take that save game then back into a single player game, it shows you the stats. But they should just do it in a way that each individual farm has their own stats page. Especially if you're doing a kind of like competing against somebody else, gives you more of a breakdown of how much of each different job people have done on their farms. Maria saying I'm back, welcome back. Adrian saying can you try some German? I don't speak any German whatsoever. All I can say is Nein sprechen Sie Deutsch. I don't even know if that's correct. I did German at school for yeah, I don't know, actually it might have been 1 term or half a school year, so 6 months. Well, I can't remember any of it. Stone Call's back again, nice, welcome back. Yeah, the money hack on multiplayer, I've seen that. I've never used it myself because I've just never seen the need to it. If I know I add money in, I can just add the console command. Just add and take away money using the console commands. Adrian Ellis saying it's correct. Where I used to work, all our machinery was from a German company called Lindemann, and all the drawings and like diagrams for all the hydraulic schemes and everything was all in German. And it's what my boss always used to say when he'd get him out. He said, I hate these. He said, Nein sprechen Sie Deutsch. Why can't they do English ones? Scott Medhurst saying, hey Sim, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too, and welcome to the stream. Vincent saying, when comes the old stream farm? Should be on Tuesday. So I should be kind of back to some sort of normality. So Mondays, No Man's Land, then Tuesday, Old Stream Farm. I'm just hoping that nothing's messed up, because I haven't been on the Old Stream Farm since that map was updated, and also the game has had an update as well since then, so hopefully everything will be okay.
Yeah, no, it should be okay, because I was on it after each update and not fine.
Nice one. Have they sorted out the issue with the BGA, the sell point?
Yeah, I think so now. I don't use it. I still swap over the delivery point for all the Bale contracts to the Allen people.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look when I go on there. Just trying to think. Yeah, it should be on Tuesday, but may not be this week actually. May be Thursday. Oh, it depends how Monday goes. How Monday goes with recording No Man's Land. Sebastian saying hello there. Hey to you. How many bales? I have no idea. We'll have to count them. We'll work it out when we collect them up with the auto load trailer. Like I say, there's no stats page and I don't have the bale counter mod installed on here. That's another thing I would like Giants to add, is the bale counter, even if it's in the help menu, just like the mod does at the bottom of there. Just shows you how many bales you've created. Adrian saying in my old stream farm everything works after the update too. Nice one. It's always that thing with map updates. It's like, is everything going to work as it should without starting a new save game? Wendy Moss saying hey Sim, hey to you. Scott saying love your vids and would love to be part of the Carmson roleplay. At the moment, no. It'd be too difficult to try and get somebody on there to record at the same time, because I tend to record those in small chunks, so it's like 10-15 minutes at a time. So because this is my main priority, that kind of videos on that channel are just as and when I can record them, so it'll be a little bit too difficult to try and get people on to do that, because I don't record a whole video in one go. Yeah, we'll work it out. We can fit 24 on each trailer load. So we're planning on keeping most, well, oh no, just destroyed some of our crop. Kind of blended in with the grass then, my excuse. Jensen saying, I love your vids, can you go on Old Stream Farm? Not at the moment, no, this is just on No Man's Land. But no, Old Stream Farm will be back very soon. Logging tonight. We did a little bit of forestry at the start of the video, well, start of the stream I should say. We may possibly do a little bit more, but with the bombshell of finding out that they've completely nerfed the logging prices, then we may not do as much anymore. It may be at that point that where it's, because in my opinion, doing the carpentry shop and like the sawmill for the planks and that seemed a complete waste of time for how much the logs actually sold for. So possibly the reason why they've reduced it is to make those production lines more profitable. Because it always seemed to me on the harder difficulty anyway, I could make far more money from just selling the logs straight than what I could from processing them into planks or furniture. Hans saying good evening everyone, hope everyone is well, even with the world going crazy again. Yep. Welcome back, welcome to the stream, and good to see you back in the chat. Logan's on No Man's Land as well, nice. Yeah, I'm trying not to mention it, not because of obviously what's going on, I just want to keep this stream away from those sorts of events, because I'm sure everyone has enough of hearing about it in the news. Crowden saying everyone, is there something, let's say cotton is 20k per 1,000 litre, don't say it all over the internet, then giants will. Yeah, well that's one of the things that was supposed to have been fixed in the update, was the cotton contracts, where you was getting way too much excess cotton left over from doing the contract, and some of the other crops as well were also, you was getting way too much excess. So that should have been another one that was fixed, but don't know if it has yet. I don't have a PlayStation, Jensen, so I do have a PlayStation account, unless it's been deleted back when I had a PlayStation, but I haven't owned a PlayStation since the PS3. And I've only got my Xbox, and my Xbox gamer tag is private. I get enough spam requests on there as it is without people knowing my gamer tag. First time I went on my Xbox, when they updated Cyberpunk 2077 for the next gen version, I thought I'd go back on there and have a go on that, see what it was like. And I go on there and I got my my message thing is like, there's about 5 spam things, like chat requests in there, like, I just want to come on and play a game, leave me alone. Let's go to CC saying hello, hey to you. Face reveal, eventually there will be a face reveal. I've got my actual green screen is all set up now and working, so I just didn't have time to actually set it up for tonight's stream. So I've got the lighting all set up now so it actually works properly. So maybe for the next stream I'll have that set up so I can have the face cam on. Possibly. I'll need to use it now. I just spent a fortune on the green screen and getting the camera working in the lighting. No, Christian, it's not possible to join the server. It's a private server. I will hopefully have some more people on soon though. I just haven't had the time to get back on Discord to sort that out. So it's something I will be doing, but it will be like channel members only. I'm stuck. PC has different mods simply because of scripting and licensing. So a lot of mods on PC use like their own scripting that's not part of the game. Then they're not allowed onto consoles. So unless mod creators can find a way of utilising the in-game scripts to for mods, they won't be on console. While Giants add those features directly into the base game themselves. Thomas, do you have a top 5 mods to have in any map? Top 5 mods. Trying to think what mod I always use. Let me just park this up. Top 5 mods. Hood toggle is one, so I can disable the hood for taking screenshots. But obviously, if you're not doing screenshots and videos, that's obviously not an essential mod. But that's one mod I always enable on every save game. Lumberjack Mod is another mod I always have. Even if I'm not planning on doing a lot of forestry, I always have that enabled, because there's, especially on maps like Old Stream Farm, where there are some trees that are really a bit too close to the field edges, you can just delete the tree to get them out the way without messing around having to cut down the tree and get rid of all the logs. Trying to think what else. There's a few mods and I just can't think what they are. It's all those mods you have on there and you just kind of forget because they're just there doing things in the background. You stumped me now because I can't think. I'd have to go through the mod. It's easiest to do when I set up a new save game because I'll just automatically go, yeah. Definitely those few mods. But yeah, I'm stumped to thinking of what they are. Run quick is because I've got cheat mode enabled on Steam. And flying is the console command. Player flight. I've changed it. No, I did not want to do that. Console command is that GS player flight mode, so you need to enable console commands and then you can activate that. And then you can fly up and down. But the increased speed is from having cheat mode enabled. You can have a nice view of the farm. Stevie's getting some fertilizer on the field. Yeah, the alignment mod. I wouldn't necessarily say that's an essential one because I've only recently started using it. But the enhanced vehicle control mod, which I started using, probably will be something I will use on every game from now on. But it's not something I had before. That's it. Get some fertilizer on the sheep. I'll start producing more wool. It's a bit slim pickings at the moment. Oh, we've got one full pallet. Our first full wool pallet from our sheep. We sold all the eggs at the end of the last stream. just so we could get the money to buy the bale stacker. Alright, so wait for Stevie to finish that, and we'll increase time. Skip to the next month, and we should hopefully have our field of canola ready to harvest. So that field should be ready, possibly the oats as well, but let's see where they are. Yeah, so more than likely they will have the oats and the canola to harvest next month. And then that'll leave us with the sorghum and soybeans, but we can also look at getting those fields we've harvested prepped for the next crops. Where did you put the bales, Stevie?
Behind the shed.
Oh yeah, I can see him. So we got 24. Is that 48? 53 bales in total. So 53 bales. Right, we'll speed up time. Skip through the night.
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, you're not finished yet. Oh, don't want to get too dark.
All that left.
Slow it down again. I thought you'd finished. It's one thing we need to get is a better fertiliser spreader, because the capacity on that is shockingly bad. Do you know when all the trophies are on No Man's Land? Yes, I do know. I know where all the collectibles are. I'm not going to collect them. Maybe just before we finish up on the stream, I'll just collect them for the sake of getting them. But at the moment, I've got no interest in collecting them. But I do know where they are, yeah. Yeah, it's a decent amount of bales off a fairly small field. So we'll keep those for the cows, because I've got that cow shed, which is the this one that was released on Mod Hub recently, My Cow Pasture. So it's only 150,000, which isn't too bad. So we'll probably get this over here. It's almost like we left that space perfectly for this.
Okay, speed up time, so.
Alright. Separa saying hello. Hey to you. Jamie saying hi Sim. Do you still hear from Flavius Marin, who used to comment on every No Man's Land video? I was re-watching episodes last night and I saw he was Relentless ASCII. I don't remember. I don't recall that name, seeing that name. How long is the stream going for? We've got around about another hour and 40 minutes. So we'll be going till 11 PM UK time, 12 PM Central European time. So the hill's having a disco again. Let's check the used equipment as well. Always worth checking. A little bit beyond our horsepower. Nothing useful. Agro Tommy saying, hey Sim, how come there were 2 streams this week? The main reason for that was I was planning on doing a stream on Wednesday night on my other channel on Calmsden Farm, because of the issues we had on last Saturday's stream with getting onto No Man's Land. I thought I'd do Wednesday for No Man's Land as well, just so we could get a bit more progress done, because we only managed to get about an hour on the No Man's Land at the end of the stream on Saturday last week. So I decided to do Wednesday for No Man's Land instead. So there may possibly be a stream on Calmsden on Wednesday on the other channel. I don't know yet. The save game will be updated after episode 40 for the time-lapse series. So it should be sometime in the coming week anyway. Alright, Evan saying, hey Sim. That's the one I just read. Silly me. See, we're saying I failed to take. Though we failed to take a picture, I did see a chicken going through the fence and standing outside the designated area. Yeah, that was supposed to have been fixed in the first update, and I still occasionally see chickens running out of the pen on the base game pen anyway. So it does seem like there's still a few things I've not quite fixed. Maybe for update 1.6 they'll finally fix it, if we ever get that many updates. So let's have a quick look what the current price of canola is. 913 currently, highest price. And the highest price over last year was 1200, well just under 1300. So we'll probably do what we did last time with the crops. We'll save them all up until they get to the month for the highest prices, and then we'll have a big day of selling everything off. Perfect opportunity to take a screenshot to update the thumbnail tomorrow. I'm using an Xbox controller. I do have a steering wheel and a side panel, but I don't currently use it. It's another thing that's on my list of things to get set up properly for FS22, but I haven't got round to it yet. So I use an Xbox controller mostly. And to be honest, I think for the time-lapse recordings I'd prefer to use an Xbox controller over using the steering wheel. I just find it's so much easier to control the camera using the Xbox controller than using the little joystick on the side panel. Sam J saying hello, hey to you. Agri Tomo saying that sadly I'm only able to play FS because I'm away working. It's nice to see some unedited footage yet. Hopefully you'll get back to it soon. So one thing to check is the oats ready as well. Yeah, so we've got the oats to do as well. And we'll have the straw to bale up from that. Valentin saying hello, I'm French. Hello to you. Shayna saying I'm playing with playing on the steering wheel. Oh, sorry, my bad, my bad. So don't read the chat and try and drive at the same time. I'm playing FS22 as well, nice. I like using the steering wheel more for doing like the Let's Plays like Calmsden Farm is when I'll use my steering wheel, because I do a lot more in-cab driving around than I do for the time-lapse stuff. And I'm not particularly keen on using the steering wheel for like third person stuff. How can you connect your Xbox controller via Bluetooth? No idea, I've never tried it myself. I just use a USB cable. Is your lag spike? Is your presuming your PC has got a Bluetooth adapter built in? It's not something I've ever tried myself, so I'm not sure about how to do it. Because I'm recording for like a few hours at a time, I just use a wired connection, so I'm not relying on charging batteries and stuff. When I very started, I used to use the Xbox wireless adapter. There was many times in some of my early videos where the controller would die during recording because I forgot to check the batteries or put it on charge. So I gave up using that long ago and just use a wired connection. Thomas Patterson saying I'm using the side panel and Xbox wheel. I think the PS wheel is better. Yeah, the button configurations on the PlayStation wheel look a lot better than the Xbox version, which I don't know why they're different. But it does seem that the setup on the PlayStation version is a lot better than the Xbox one. K2H makes saying hello from Estonia, hey to you. Oscar Games saying good video bro, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Shayna saying she's on Erlingrat, well they're on Erlingrat. I like Erlingrat map, but it was never very popular on the channel, which is a shame because it's a really nice map. But in the general YouTube community for like viewership anyway. Glaax just didn't seem to get much traction, which was a shame because I was really looking forward to getting a farm built up on there on FS19 when it came out, like expanding on the pre-built farm I built. You don't think your PC has a Bluetooth thing? I'm not even sure if mine has. I've never used it if it has. I think the new one, the new motherboard I have, I think may have a built-in Bluetooth adapter, but I don't think my old one does. Yeah, any USB cable should work. It depends which Xbox controller it is. So I think if it's for a Series X, then they've got the Type-C connection on the controller. Or I think the older ones have got the mini USB connector. Jensen and Ronnie saying, hey Sim, I'm back, welcome back. So I asked this in last week's, Wednesday stream I think it was, because obviously we've got a lot of different people in tonight, so what's everyone's opinions on the first DLC? And how many of you are actually going to get it? Let me know as well in the chat how many of you actually got the season pass and are a little bit disappointed by the first DLC. It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on that. Now I'm just going to have a look, because I don't know, I can't remember if this motherboard I put in this new PC had Bluetooth or not. Oh yeah, I've got Bluetooth on this one. Not that I've got any Bluetooth devices to connect to it. But I'm pretty sure my old, the motherboard on my old PC doesn't have Bluetooth built in. Storm Call saying, I was thinking the first DLC would be something more amazing, but it's okay, I think I'm going to buy it because the tractors do look more interesting than the base game ones. Yeah, it looks like there's some interesting stuff in there. They're a bit funny looking as well, some of it. I'm still in two minds whether to get it. I probably will get it. But I'm not like overly like fussed about getting it, if that makes sense. It's not like, oh yeah, definitely want to get that. It's like I'll take it or leave it one. Not sure how much use I'll get out of the stuff, but maybe cool to give some of it a go on No Man's Land for like when I do the olive farm, or do the grape or the vineyard when I get that all set up. Tom was saying bought the season's pass but not really seeing any benefit in buying via Steam unless I'm doing something. Bought the season pass but not seeing any benefit buying via Steam. No, there's nothing out for the season pass just yet. So the first one will be the 22nd of March. So if you've got the season pass, it should automatically download when it's released. Yeah, so the new DLC is released on the 22nd of March. So next month. So we're already just about 4 days away. Storm saying might buy it once I have the olive or grape yard set up. Yeah, I'll probably do the same. Because until then, there's a couple of vehicles in there that which would have been good for like a starting vehicle on here. But other than that, I don't see a huge benefit in most of the stuff that's in there. Nitrogo Gaming, what's your opinion on the best mod out right now? The best mod out right now, I can't comment on what I think is the best mod overall out right now because I've not tried every single mod, so it would be unfair to say any particular mod is the best when I've not tried all of them. I think one of my what I really like mods is the enhanced vehicle control mod. It's got a lot more features than the 19 version had. The one feature I was really hoping it would have that it doesn't is the directional control. So when you're using the steering wheel, you can switch it from forward to reverse, so you can use your accelerator as an accelerator when reversing and driving forwards, and then the brake pedal stays the brake pedal. I used to have it set up to my clutch on FS19, so to switch between forward and reverse I'd hit the clutch pedal and then I could just accelerate and brake the same whichever direction. That's not a feature in the enhanced vehicle control mod for 22 that I'm aware of anyway. I don't know if that's planned to be added back into it or not. I'm hoping it does. You want to swap over, Stephen? I'll harvest the oats and you bale up the straw again.
Yeah, no problem. We'll swap there now if you want.
Yeah. Hello. Trying to work out which is the best way to get to the field without driving through the crop. Probably not this way because I don't think I can get past those trees. Oh, it's going to be tight. Just about. March the 22nd for the DLC. I don't know what it's called, I can't remember what the name is. It's a new brand of equipment that's not been in the game before. And I've not seen any mods of that equipment ever. So it's, to me, it's something completely new because I've never seen it before. Mod-wise. Or actually in the game. Yeah, a class tractor might be nice eventually. Get a class axe in. It depends what comes up in the used equipment. I'm still waiting for the class Zerion 5000. I don't know why that's not been in the base game or why they haven't added it as a mod yet on the mod hub. Yeah, the new combine that we got last time. It's a nice upgrade from the Dominator we had before that. Storm saying, yeah, the Class Zerion is one of my favourite tractors, and I haven't got the Lego version. And I have got, yeah, I've got the Lego version of the Class Zerion. I bought it about two and a bit years ago. I intended to do it as a time-lapse video for the channel, like the building of it, and I just never got around to doing it, so it's still sat in the box. I may eventually get round to actually building it as a time-lapse video on the channel. Craden's using the same combine right now on Calmsden. Nice. There was one of these came up in the oh, I'm trying to think. It was in the used equipment. It came up again, but it was a little bit more expensive than this one. I can't remember what save game. I think it's on Calmsden Farm. So currently on my Calmsden Farm save game, I've got one of these in the used equipment sales, which is well, I think it's only like 50. No, actually, I think it's less because this was 48% reduction. I think the one I've got currently on Calmsden was 52% off. Not that I'm in a position on Calmsden to buy it. Marius saying, hey Sim, Dr. Drulia have a Class Zerion 5000 mod. Yeah, I think there is a modded version of it about. But I'd have thought Giants would have released that as a mod on the mod hub themselves from the DLC version that was on FS19. To be honest, I'm still a bit surprised it wasn't included in the base game. Shayna saying mowing right now. So you're doing silage or hay? The trouble is that with that Class Zerion 5000 mod, it's either based off the modded version that was released on the 19 on the mod hub from I can't remember who the mod creator was, so I don't know if they've converted theirs over or whether somebody's extracted it from the DLC and converted it over. Silage, nice. Can't beat doing a bit of silage baling. That's what my next No Man's Land video is, doing a lot of silage bales. I think I got 132 silage bales in total on my next No Man's Land video. I kind of got carried away with cutting grass. Oops, we fall. Should have unloaded. I meant to unload when we went past the trailer and I completely forgot to do it. Carried away talking again. Storm saying I'm planting sunflowers so I can make oil from them. Nice. Well, that's the next thing I was going to get on No Man's Land, was the oil mill. So I could process all the canola I've got. But with that change in the price for logs, so the sell price for logs being drastically reduced, I don't think that's going to be the possibility now. Whereas before I could have afforded it with two full loads of logs. And looking at the price how much it is now. I'm going to need to do 4 or 5 full loads of logs just to get enough money, which isn't too much of an issue. It's just the extra time that I'll take to do it in one video is just too much, because then that ends up me doing like probably double the amount of time in each video just to get to the same outcome. And then that takes away from recording other videos when I spend more time recording on one video. Simulator YouTuber, are you doing seasons? Yes, we're running the season cycle. To be honest, with how the game works, I think you're much better off just running season cycles anyway, because you still have to wait just as long for the crops to grow, even if you don't have season cycles on. Yeah, planks and furniture will be more profitable now because the price of lumber is reduced. So the actual like raw material cost is a lot less than what it was before. So you make more money on each pallet of planks and furniture than you would have been. So from that point of view, then they're more profitable than they were before. So the price of those hasn't changed, and I don't think they've changed the production rates. No, we need to top ours up. So the cycles still seem the same. So I don't think they've changed the actual production rates. So I'd say they're more profitable now than they were before. Definitely on hard economy anyway, because the price of wood didn't change with the economy. That meant that you was probably you'd make more money just from selling the trees direct than processing them into planks. Whereas now, because the actual sell price of the wood itself is less, you should be making more money from the planks. TJ8 saying, on my No Man's Land save game I got lucky enough to get the tree cutter and used equipment section. I've chopped the majority of the forest down. What crop would you suggest I do now? Maize silage. Depending what equipment you've got, or what money you've got to buy equipment. If you've got the equipment to do maize silage, then maize silage is probably a good one to do on the area of land. I had some productions items left when I updated No Man's Land. Now I can't sell them on the central sell point. Which... You had some production items left when you updated No Man's Land. Now you can't sell them at the central sell point. Is that because the price has disappeared? Or it's just not accepting them? I haven't had any problems with it not taking anything that was existing there already from the any existing pallets that were already there when I updated. I didn't have any issues selling anything from that. Has there been any changes to pallet sizes or anything with the update? Does anybody know? Like from the greenhouses, have they made any changes to pallets from what they were? Changed the capacities, or there's the same as the last update? Because I've not actually checked anything like that. TJ8 saying on my No Man's Land save game, they've got 125k in New Holland T6. I say you've only got 125, so maize silage. If you get a loading wagon and then put down a silage pit, you could do no trailer and the thingy, and that's still quite expensive, isn't it? Because you need the header. Yeah, there's that. I don't know what it's called. It's where are we? Oh, this one. Silage. Where's silage? Chaff. I'm looking for chaff. Yeah, that thing. But that's 85,000. That goes on the front of your tractor, but then you need the header. So without having a forage harvester, you could use that combination. But I don't know if a T6 would be powerful enough. And that's still quite pricey. I'd just do grass silage with just get a set of mowers or a mower on the front and a baler on the back that can bale and wrap. Cut all the grass in the area where you've cleared all the trees for silage bales. Unless you've already ploughed a field in. The other option is to get a tree planter and replant all the trees and then cut them all down again. Although with the update, that's probably not worth it. Waiting 2 years now to get a new tree, then just to get £1,000. How much was it when I cut the tree? It was about 3,400 for a full tree at 7 metre lengths. That's on normal economic difficulty. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I think probably just if you haven't already cut all the grass or ploughed a field in, I'd say just do grass silage. Will be probably the best option if that's all you've got. Kránitz saying he bought a JD 9R on No Man's Land. Nice big tractor. Johannes saying, does anyone know if there's a chopper which can pull a trailer on PlayStation 4? The way to get around it used to be to use the dolly on console, because you could connect the dolly to the back of a forage harvester, but there wasn't many trailers that you could connect to the back of it, or the sugarcane trailer was the other one, wasn't it? On a console you could use the sugarcane trailer used to connect to the back of the forage harvesters. They don't have that one in this game. Don't know if that connected, don't think so. They used to have that yellow, was it TT yellow one? Unless it's under trailers. It looks like they've taken that out of the game. Where's dollies? It didn't look like that one will connect. I don't know. I've not actually used the forage harvester yet in FS22. 600 hours of playing the game and I've still not got round to getting a forage harvester. Storm saying, you gonna get the big John Deere cotton harvester when you come to do cotton on your no man's land? I don't know yet because it's fairly pricey. It depends how much money I'm making by then, if I can afford to spend nearly $1 million on a cotton harvester. I probably may just get the case to start with and then look to change to that John Deere eventually. That would save a lot of time, but then I could probably get 2 case John Deere case cotton harvesters for less. You never know, may get one come up in the used equipment sales. Badger, good evening everybody, and I hope everyone is has a good evening. Hey to you, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Shannon's saying I've got a Corona mower, nice, a big M. Eventually I'll look to try and get a big M on here. Although I don't think it's necessarily worth it because it's only like this 10 meter big M. Had it been the 14 meter big M like they used to have in the game, it would have changed things a little bit. Games Ambassador saying hello, hey to you. TJH, do you use something to help drive perfectly straight? Just the coordinates in the minimap down below on here. Don't have GPS or an anti-vehicle control mod. So all I'm doing here is just using the minimap down in the left hand corner to keep it 90 degrees or 270 degrees coming back the other way. Games Ambassador, I am very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Jensen, no, I don't currently need a moderator, but thank you for the offer. Well, I don't know you enough either to give you that privilege. I'm sure you'll be very trustworthy, but I'd hate to give moderation to somebody that then just starts deleting everybody's comments. I'm sure you wouldn't do that, but yeah, so I just use the manual GPS I like to call it. So just using that down in the minimap to keep straight. I don't think we've advanced much time. Okay, convey all. You've watched me for 4 years now. I find that hard to believe. I've not even been... my channel's not even 4 years old. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't consider is the speed. Is that... what is the speed of the Big M on 22? I haven't actually looked at it. Is it 24, 25, something like that?
Yeah, it's something like that.
That's one thing I never even considered was the speed of it. I used to find in yeah, 25 kilometers an hour work speed. What's that? So about 15 miles an hour. My real life name is private. Sim is what I go by. Right, so last little bit of harvesting, and that's the oats all done. So we're currently in July. I don't think we can... yeah, we can't actually get any canola until August. But we could go over this field for some fertiliser, disc harrow, and get it ready for sowing with canola next time. Ah, Bales. Alright, so that's the oats done. Let's have a look how much we actually got. So canola, we've got 27,189 litres. Oats, we've got 17,000 in the silo. Let's try and find where I left the header trailer for the combine. Ah, yeah. It can stay there for now, we're not that fussed about it. So 11,000 litres in here, so I said 28,000 litres of oats. Oh, just check. So current price of oats isn't great. That's going to be December. So yeah, we'll do the same. We'll keep hold of all the crops until they're at the highest prices. We're not desperate to buy anything just yet. Unless we get to that point again where we need to buy something and then we just sell it all. One thing I do want to do soon is get another shed. Start storing the hay and straw bales somewhere. I'll probably change these two shelters for one slightly larger building. Another thing I need to do, I need to go through Mod Hub and see what sheds have been released. See if there's any reasonable ones to use on here that aren't stupidly expensive. we'll get the fertilizer spreader on and get ready to do that. So one thing we do need to look at doing at some point is getting some new seed drills. They can wait for a little bit because it doesn't really take too long with two of us with those little 4 meters. Actually, while Stevie does that, we'll go and fertilise the barley field. Because what I'll probably do is put barley in both of those, canola in those fields. So the one we had oats in and the one we had barley in. We'll put canola in these two. That was the canola one, wasn't it? And then we'll look at putting barley in that field we did canola in for next year. I do like this spread, it's got a nice spread on it, but the 1000 litre capacity is just a little bit too small. So I've got just under an hour left of the stream. So we should be able to get these done. Get both of these ready for sowing canola next time. One thing we do need to look at doing as well is starting getting some trees replanted. And that'll probably be a job for next time as well. We actually own the tree planter, so we don't need to buy one. We just need the money for some pallets of spruce trees or saplings. Just so we can get those starting to grow. I'm missing bits. It's so frustrating when you miss that tiny little bit. Waste a load of fertilizer just filling in those bits. I get this last little bit on this corner. And we'll go and refill and get the other field done. I need to shut my door. I can't work out how to do it. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it seems a little bit laggy in cab. Oh, it's micro stutters. That's weird, I'm getting frame drops now in cab. That's not something I ever got prior to the update. Has anyone else noticed that in cab that camera's stuttering a bit more now since the update? Well, that's all the fertiliser we can buy because we've got no money left. Oh, there's one silage bale we've missed there. So yeah, we may need to just do a few more trees just to get a little bit of money if we don't have enough seed for when we come to actually get the canola planted. Now, mind you, we probably have a few pallets of lettuce we could sell. Possibly some pallets of furniture. We do have the wool as well, which I'd rather keep the wool so we can get to the tailor shop, spinnery, and then tailor shop eventually. I think that may be a while off yet. But if we get this field finished, the fertiliser, then we'll get the disc harrow on, and we'll start getting these disc harrowed. Depending on what time we finish that, then we'll either skip to the next month so we can actually start the canola, or just finish off doing a few more forestry just to get a little bit of extra money. Shayna say, hey Sim, is it annoying getting stuck in your tractor? Is it annoying getting stuck in your tractor? Depending where you get stuck. Crowden, done recording now, waiting for some of his video to transfer to USB and then finish up a bit of editing. Start episode 47. 47. Landon, no you can't play, this is a private server. But there will be opportunities for people to play online on a server soon. Reminds me I need to actually get my servers updated this week because they're about to expire. The sounds for the tractors seem to disappear then. That's weird. I don't know if that's just the mod or something else. Strange. Shane, I said field had a slope and it got stuck. Getting stuck used to be annoying, especially when I used to play on console myself. With super strength mod, it's yeah, not a problem. You can pick up the whole tractor just to move it. Crayden, I did 2 episodes of No Man's Land and 1 Deer Creek, and then 2 No Man's Land and 1 Calmsden. Now, I'm at the position where I have to keep chopping and changing between episodes, which I may revert back to doing what I did at the end of 19, was do it in blocks rather than keep changing map, because it gets a little bit difficult when you keep chopping and changing maps for recording. It's so much easier to record 2 or 3 episodes on one map back to back than keep jumping different maps in between. So I may at some point go back to doing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays on one map, and then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday on a different map. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I should say. So another thing we could have a look at doing is seeing if there's any slightly larger disc arrows we could get. Now we've got more powerful tractors. I have to have a look and see what's available. Kránitz, I can't record multiple episodes before editing because then you don't have space to finish. Yeah. That was my problem when I first started, was I never had the memory space. I'd like record one episode, I'd have to edit it and render it, and then delete all the files so I could have the space to record the next one. So it's like one of the first things I ever purchased when I first started was a extra storage space. Well, actually, tell a lie, the first thing I ever bought when I first started the channel was a new monitor. Because my old, well, the PC monitor I had before I started the channel was an ultra wide screen, and the aspect ratio was obviously wrong for recording videos for YouTube. So I bought a standard 16:9 monitor to record on. And then I used to do all the editing on the ultra wide monitor because you could get a lot more on the screen for the video editor. That seems like forever ago, it was only 3 years ago. Seems like I've come a long way in 3 years. I use NVIDIA Shadowplay for recording. So it's built in, well, it's part of the GeForce experience if you've got an NVIDIA card. I tried using OBS. But when I used OBS, it kept creating video files that my video editor wouldn't recognise. and I didn't know how to change it at the time. Recording videos and doing all stuff like that when I first started was like something I'd never done before. So shadow play was easier to use. It records in MP4. So that's all I've ever used since then to record. The only time I used anything different was when I did the Lone Oak series on the Xbox. I used the Elgato screen capture device, and I used their software for recording. For the stream, I'm using Streamlabs to run the stream through. I've not tried recording on Streamlabs either. I just find shadow plays easy to use. I can split up the video, the audio, the video tracks all separate, so it's a lot easier to make adjustments to the sound within the game. I can separate the microphone and the game sounds are all separate. I don't know if you can do that on OBS or not, so I have not tried. You have an Nvidia card, but you can't get the same card. Which one do you have? I record in 4K at 130 megabits, so the highest it'll let you do. My new video card, I can record at 8K, but it's at a low, stupid, crazy file size. But it'll only do 30 FPS at 8K, not 60. Storm Call, well, I'm back. Had to try and help someone on another Discord. No worries. Good to see you back. Yeah, it's one of those nights for spam by the looks of it. Spammers out in force. Ford Colt, I'm new to PC, gonna get Farm 22 in. Any advice, tips on downloading mods? Yes, stick mainly if you're on. I'd stick mainly to, if you're new, just to the stuff that's available through the in-game download section. But yeah, you can be tempted to just download everything. Or just try and download stuff you'll think you'll need. Or just try out some different stuff, like on a test map is what I usually do. Is I have a save game that's just a test map where I just try out different mods, see how they work, what they're like. I used to be like that when I used to play. I used to just download every single mod that was released on ModHub, and then you'd find out you got a massive mod folder, and there's probably like about 80% of the mods you've never used or will never use. Well, that's the first build done. So I'll just do this top one up here, and we'll do that one next time. So we'll put barley in this field we had the canola in, and then we'll put canola in the 2 fields we had the oat and barley in this time. And then we'll just keep on that rotation with those fields. Oh, I always do that every time I just look down to look at the chat. End up crashing into a small tree. Storm, are you thinking of buying a lorry soon on your no man's land time lapse? With the changes to wood prices, I'll be rethinking a lot of things I was planning on buying. For forestry, I'm not fussed about getting a lorry. I think the trailers I've got now carry more than what the logging trailers I've seen for a semi can. I don't think it's essential at the moment to get one, but I do want to get one so I can get a milk tanker and a larger grain trailer for that for when we come to sell the crops. But don't have any immediate plans, but it will be something I will get soon. Or I think I need to get back on no man's land and just kind of see what the effect of the changes with the wood price are going to have. Storm saying gotta go see him, have a call it a night, see you later. No worries, thanks for stopping by the stream again. Latvia Nagra, thank you very much for the $1.99 super chat. I really appreciate that. You are very generous, sir. Thomas Patterson, I found using the test map and government grants on it works for me. Gets it out of main games. Yeah, it's always good to try out new mods on a test map first. I've downloaded mods in the past and I've tried to use them in a video, and then I've come to the point where I haven't had the time to test it, so I've just gone straight in, bought it, and then found out it doesn't work, or it doesn't work the way I thought it would, or I've just couldn't work out how to get it to work. So then I've wasted like time trying to actually figure out how to get a mod to work. Lucas, I've been having a mini break from recording this week to try and get other things done. I intended to have a video up yesterday, but I had a few issues with getting it to render. So there should have been a video yesterday, but this week I was just taking a slight break from recording and rendering. Editing videos, I use Vegas Pro 19 to edit and render videos. We've got 33 minutes left of the stream, or there or thereabouts. So I'll try and get this field finished off. Storm saying, well, I didn't bother going anyway, I'm back. Well, welcome back again. Yeah, Vegas Pro 19 is what I'm currently using for my video editing. I do have access to the Premiere Pro from Adobe, but I need to spend a lot of time getting to learn that because it's completely different to Vegas. And it's a whole new learning curve. So I don't know if Premiere Pro is better than Vegas to use. Eventually I'll try and find the time to actually get a video edited on it and see how well it renders and comes out. Clayton Hart, hey, how are you? Hey Sim Farm and Steve, hope you've had a good day. Hope you have too. Welcome to the stream, good to see you in the chat again. Yeah, I don't know for my no man's land time lapse. I may just switch it to normal economy and just kind of offset the difference of the logging a little bit. I'll have to have a think about it. It's a bit of a annoying though, because I don't remember seeing anything in the change log that changed that. Clayton, keeping inspiring people come to become a YouTuber and keep up the good work. Well, thank you, and I will do. It's always that thing though with the YouTubing now. It's like been 3 years since I started now, and there's probably countless more channels that have popped up since then. So it's almost like saying, if you are considering doing YouTube, then just go for it now. Don't keep delaying, because there's always new channels every day. There's probably a new channel that's being created and start uploading farm sim content. So the longer you leave it, the more channels you got to compete with to get started. So I'd say don't worry about that, just get going, just give it a go. You never know how it will turn out. Lucas, it takes around about 3, well, my average used to be 2.5 to 3 hours for recording. That's probably more 3 to 4 hours now. Which I may need to, well, I really need to go back to 2.5 hours and then 3 hours at maximum, because I'm just struggling to get enough time to get all the videos done. So yeah, recording is probably around about 3 hours average, a little bit more now, and then it takes about an hour and a half to edit the video, depending how much footage there is to go through, how much of it needs speeding up different speeds, and then adding all the music, doing all the different overlays for the music and stuff like that. So each video can take around about, I'd say probably 5 to 6 hours to do one video, and then I have to render it, get it uploaded, and then publish it. Clayton, sorry if I was late. I was looking at my horse called Jellybean, and now I'm finally watching your video. Nice one. No worries about being late. I appreciate you stopping by to watch for however long or little time it is. Same goes with everybody. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to come and sit and watch. Because obviously without you guys watching, it'd be pointless me sitting here doing it. I'm going to say it's a little bit quiet tonight because I didn't notify the stream as early as I would have liked to have done. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to stream until probably about 6:45. So we've got quite a bit of time left, so we may look at probably just nipping back over to the forest and get some logs into the sawmill, get that topped up before we skip any more time. And then next time we've got these 2 fields to sow with canola. Get another layer of fertiliser on them as well. And then I think we need to skip to the month after that, so yeah, September we can then get the barley. Soybeans, well, the sorghum might be ready to harvest as well for next time. That could be ready for August, so We made a little bit of harvesting, a bit of sowing to do, a bit more disc harrowing, fertiliser spreading, so plenty of different things to do. Crypto family, thank you very much for the subscription. One thing we definitely need to do is get some logs into the sawmill, because at the moment we're just sitting there with no production. So we'll do that for the last 20 minutes or so. Get that going again. We'll have a look as well what we've got for so carpentry shop's got plenty of wood. Ramo saying hi, how are you doing? I'm very well, thank you, hope you are too. Joanna Sim, watching streams is as enjoyable and relaxing as the time lapse is. Well, I'm glad you think so. I enjoy doing the streams, good fun to do. I appreciate anyone that takes the time to come watch, and especially those that participate in the chat as well, to give me something to talk about. So next time I'll get the stream put up a bit earlier so I can get a few more people in. It's definitely been a bit quiet tonight. So last little bit on here and then we'll head over to 22. Clayton saying I'll watch your video before I go to bed. It helps you sleep. I had quite a few comments recently saying these videos are good to watch to help you get to sleep. Triple D honey, sorry I haven't been chatting, I've just been playing FS22 and listening. No worries. As long as you're enjoying the stream either way, it's all good. Oh. I've just noticed I've got a different jumper on. Why am I promoting Stadia on my my game? Oh, Farming Simulator t-shirt. I didn't realise there was some new clothing. Literally just noticed my character's got a jumper on I didn't recognise. Right, as we're driving a Massey, we should have a Massey on. Let's get rid of me. Peaky Blinders cap. By order of the Peaky Blinders. Oh, that's the wrong tractor. This is the one I want. Yeah, literally been not playing for nearly, what, 3.5 hours. Literally only just noticed the jumper was different. I left everything over at the sawmill, didn't I? Yep. Right. While we're here, I can't afford it. I just want to see kind of what the price is for maintenance. $978 to repair the little Massey, and that's completely worn down to nothing. $3,338 for that one though, which still seems a little bit pricey to me. So I don't know if that's been changed on the last update or not.
My no man's land time lapse is 15,000 every time that's repaired.
15,000 every time for your maintenance.
Yeah.
That's just stupid, crazy.
I think that do the mod for was it increased repair cost or something like that, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. That I think the cost is the same, but it doesn't take as long for the tractor maintenance.
I saw that other one that was on Mod Hub, that one where you can adjust it. The you can set it to the percentage you want it to do, and you can change the rate at which the paint wears down as well. I think the paint wears down far too quick. I've got no interest in respraying anything, so the costs for that don't really bother me, because I don't think I'll ever respray anything. I just honestly don't see the point to it, unless you, for role playing, if you've got a really old farm find tractor and you're doing a role play and you're kind of doing a restoration, I can see the benefits of doing the paint then, but respraying something I don't think is worth spending the money on. But I do think the paint condition wears down far too fast. It seems like you only have a tractor for 5 minutes and the paint condition is completely worn down to the lowest it can be. I'll get these chucked in so that can stop some sort of production at least. Let's try and tidy up these offcuts we've got everywhere. Because we've got quite a few. Creating respraying the equipment brings up the value. Yeah, when you sell it, but it's a silly thing, because you wouldn't go and, in real life, you wouldn't go and completely respray a whole tractor just to sell it for a little bit more. It's probably cost you more to respray it in real life than it would add value to the tractor. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Log grab wouldn't close quick enough. I have heard of Dagwin, yes. I used to watch Dagwin a long time ago. I don't know Dagwin personally, and so I don't watch his stuff anymore. To be honest, I'd be very surprised if there's any anybody that watches FS content on YouTube that hasn't heard of daggering. Oh, come on, logs. Really doesn't like picking up these smaller ones. Oh, try it that way. Seems to be... Ah! Right, you know what? Might be easy just to chuck these in by hand. Right, where are we? Javier Jimenez saying hello, hey to you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I understand. I have to check probably, but it seems after using a tractor it needs a lot. It needs repair much faster than at the beginning. Had to repair mine on Carmazon 2 times within a day. Yeah, I think it's the more engine hours it has on it, the faster it wears down, which then increases how much maintenance is. Kind of like them forcing you to sell it and get a new tractor. I think that's part of the one of the downsides of buying used equipment is already it's cheaper to buy, but then it's got a lot of those already on it, so it's going to cost you more in maintenance than what a new one would. But I still think the maintenance costs are a little bit too excessive. Whereas I think in general my feeling is FS22 still has got a lot of game balancing it needs when it comes to stuff like the repair costs. Some of the productions and costs, crops as well, in my opinion, still needed a bit of balancing because they don't seem very well balanced for the yield you get to how much money you make off them. Especially wood chips. Creating my Massey on No Man's Land has 79 hours on it. You bought it new. Well, I think I got about 50 hours on my case on No Man's Land, and that was bought new. Well, this has already got 5.9 hours on it, and we only bought this new, what, a couple of streams ago? 3? No, it's probably 4 streams ago now, wasn't it? We got this actually. All my time-lapse music is from Epidemic Sounds. If you go in the video description down below, there's a link to epidemicsounds.com. All the music I use in my time lapses and all through the stream this evening is all from Epidemic Sounds. I've been using Epidemic Sounds for probably about 5 years. I used to use them on my old channel. But yeah, never used to use it as much as I do now. Probably use about 1 track every week at most on my old channel. Just saw that other log, where's it gone? There it is. Epidemic sounds good. You have to pay for it. But it's linked to YouTube, so you don't have to worry about putting the correct links in your videos to, like, for the attribution. You can just use it as long as you've got your channel linked to Epidemic Sound and you've got your active subscription. When you upload the video, then you've covered for life with that video. So even if you cancel your subscription, or your videos that were uploaded with an active subscription are still covered. So you don't have to worry about taking videos down like some services you do. Your videos are only licensed while your subscription's active, and that goes on older videos as well for some of them. So it's like if you cancel your subscription, then you lose the license to any existing videos that you've got the that music in. Clayton Art saying bye Sim Pharmacy on the Lex live stream. Well, thank you for stopping by to watch again, Clayton. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it does seem that they are pushing you more towards, and I think for me, from what I've seen so far with repair costs or maintenance costs, it seems like around about 50 hours, and you want to really start considering to swap out your tractor for something a little bit newer. Otherwise the maintenance costs are going to start crippling you. It'll be interesting to work out kind of over a short period of time on a tractor in terms of how much it costs, like for 10 hours of use, how much you pay for maintenance over that 10 hours, what the depreciation is for the tractor as well over that 10 hours, and seeing how much you've actually paid for maintenance, how much you've lost on the value of it, to then how much it would have been to lease a tractor. The only downside is with the lease tractor as well, you have to repair it yourself. Would be good if you got a lease hire agreement where the initial repair costs, maintenance is all part of the leasing fees. We want 28, don't we? Not 27. Clayton, I enjoyed the video. I became farm manager 3 months ago and really enjoyed the video. Well, thank you for your extra support as well. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Kenneth saying hi Sim Farmer, and hey Steve 4K and the rest of you. Hey to you. Hope you are well. There's me carrying one single log over. Wow, how much we got in here now? 7,000 litres, which is a tiny amount. I just think I don't know why I particularly bothered cutting this up. Might as well just cut it in 2 halves and dragged over 2 halves rather than cut it into smaller lengths. Carol Zena saying hello Brazil in Live Nice. Hello to you. Welcome to the stream. We're just about finishing up, so we'll get these last few logs in and then we'll wrap it up. So thank you to everyone that's watched this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then don't forget to hit that like button. So next stream will be next Saturday, but possibly maybe another stream on my other channel on Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure yet, but there may be, but I will put a community post if there is going to be one, and that'll be over on Calmsden Farm. Probably doing a bit of contract work in between like my recording episodes. And a big thank you again to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream. If you are considering getting a server for Farm Simulator 22 or many other games including Minecraft, Ark Survival and many others, then please do consider DRndalo. Check out the link down below in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. What is time lapse? What is time lapse? Time lapse video is my normal stuff. Jürgen saying thank you for the stream, really enjoyed it, glad you did. Thank you to Stevie for coming on to help out again.
No problem at all, glad I can help.
And I will just quickly put a link into Stevie's channel. So if you want to watch the time-lapse version of the stream, then check out Stevie's channel. Link should come up shortly. And my other channel, Sim Farmer Plus, there's a link also coming up in a second for that. I've currently got a Calmsden Farm Let's Play series on there, which I'll be getting back to this week coming. So Monday there should be the next episode on Calmsden, and then a few more episodes over the week on there, and also doing a Let's Play on Transport Fever 2, which I should be getting back to as well next week. So we've got 18,000 litres of logs in there now, which still only about, well, probably less than a quarter of the total capacity, but at least I'll keep it going for a little bit. So yeah, next time we've got a quite a bit of work to do. We'll probably have some harvesting with the sorghum. We've got some canola to sow, fertilising to do, and then we'll probably advance as well till the soybeans are done, if we can get all that done. Owain Davis saying thank you for 2 minutes of watching the stream. Yeah, you just joined right at the end, but thanks for the 2 minutes of watching. Kránitz, what's the fastest time lapse your editing software can do? In normal, I can do up to times 40, I think it is. So you can do times 10, and then you can do that by a further times 4, so take it up to times 40. But there are ways to go even faster than that, but you have to render a video clip at the sped up speed and then import that into the video editor. Then when you can do it times 40 again, and then times 40 again. So there is probably a limit you could get up to before the clip comes so small, but just without doing all that process you can do up to times 40, which is like 4,000%. Yeah, that's right, because it's 1,000%, and then you do, which is times 10. Yeah. I'm saying I've just hit the bell and the red button and like button. Yep. If you've not subscribed, then please don't consider subscribing, and hit the bell notification so you get notified of when I go live and when videos are posted as well. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Have a great week. Goodbye.